All right, Chase Sexton here at Loretta Lynn's. A couple weeks off for Pro Motocross. I think you said you're going to go to Coldplay. What you been up to the last couple weeks here?
Yeah, I went to Coldplay last weekend. It was a really good time. It was as good as I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I did that. Got to hang out in Miami for a day, which was fun, but it's a little too busy for my liking. So yeah, I got back and rode yesterday and Monday. So just back on the bike riding, and then yeah, came here. Got to get connected to the roots again. I miss it. And last time I was here, I think it was 2016 as an amateur. So it's just cool to be here and see all the families and everyone come together for this one race. It's pretty special.
Yeah, as you mentioned coming back here, like, do you have one memory on the track or off the track that you think of when you come back here, or like, what's the emotions like coming back?
One memory I have is I got here. I mean, we literally just parked. I was probably here for 25 minutes, and I was at the creek, and one of my friends threw a rock in the air, and it came down and split my head open. 20 minutes into me being here. So that's one memory, but I mean, obviously just every year, I mean, I did the same thing. I'd fish, I'd be in the creek, I'd fish, and I'd ride my dirt bike. So that's kind of like the memories I have of this place.
And then obviously going back for motocross, you took a couple weeks off, and then you came back and you got the win. You know, you're the only guy to beat Jet still, and you got the 2 wins on him. Is that something that like you think about? Like, I know he's been so damn good, and you guys were teammates, now you're kind of rivals. You know, what's it like being able to say, you know what? As I think you even said you were kind of ahead of pace when you came back. Obviously, the Millville race wasn't great, but then Washougal, like, that was a pretty damn good day, right?
Yeah, really good day at Washougal. Yeah, Jet outdoors has been really, really good. It's one, his starts are so good, and two, he's like obviously a great rider. So it's tough to beat somebody when they have those two ingredients, but I feel like I'm getting closer. I still have a little bit of speed that I need to pick up on, and that's what I've been working on this time off. So other than that, yeah, it's fun. I'm ready to get through these next 3 outdoors, have some good results, and then go into SMX and try and seal the deal is the goal.
Yeah, and I know you said coming into SMX was kind of the goal, is that's the title this year. Obviously Pro Motocross, the title's gone. What's the like mindset with like SMX? You're coming in, obviously you don't have the points lead this time. Just like kind of a little bit different approach, I guess. So like you're really just trying to get that title this year, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, first off, I'd like to finish the SMX playoffs. I still have yet to finish the last moto, so I'd like to do that as first goal, and then obviously the win would be awesome. It's a chaotic 3 races. It's double, triple points the last 2, so anything can happen. But I think if I can kind of get myself into a good spot before then, I should have a good chance at winning and try and really maximize those last 2 races.
And you've kind of been pretty vocal, like saying it's a long season the last couple of years and stuff. I know you took a little bit of a break, but like the SMX format itself, like those 3 rounds, take away the long season, like just those 3 rounds. What do you think about the format and what's happening with the tracks, and you know, taking the long season out of it? What do you think about the format and the tracks and how they kind of form and the bike setup and everything?
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, obviously it's a long season, but it is what we get paid to do. So, sorry, I'm yawning. It's been a long day. I think it's cool. It's something different. I think it's actually helped the whole series as a whole. Just everyone kind of coming back from, even if they get hurt in Supercross, they come back for outdoors. Outdoors, they get hurt, they come back at the end of the season. So they're all trying to get ready for those last 2 races. And I think it's cool. It makes them feel deeper. And yeah, I think it's a good idea. Obviously, I think there could be less races in total, but I do like the addition of SMX. I think it's pretty sweet.
And then going back to Loretta, as you mentioned, 2016 is your last time here. Yeah, I think you're the last Horizon Award winner to win a 450 title. Obviously, you have a Supercross one and Motocross one.
Yeah.
Like, is that something you're proud of as well? And as a racer, like, you always want more. But is it like, do you ever sit back and think, man, I've done a lot so far, like, as an amateur and now as a pro? Like, do you ever reflect on like where you're at and how far you've come, or is it always just go, go, go?
Yeah, definitely. There is time to obviously reflect. I feel like I'm very proud of from where I came from and what I've been able to accomplish, but I do think that there's a lot more in me, and just got to put all the pieces together. I think I'm getting closer and closer, and having that break was nice. I got to kind of reset and really kind of try and make a step forward with my body and my health. So yeah, we'll see, but I am really grateful from where I came from in Illinois. I was a weekend warrior, and obviously I was gifted as a young kid, even on bicycles. But it's pretty cool to be where I am now, and yeah, it's special.
I think you might have to settle the debate. I feel like you were, what, amateur 486?
Yeah.
What's the story behind the number? And then obviously you switched to 4 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so my first ever number was 4, but I only got to race it for like 2 races. That was my favorite number. Don't know why. So yeah, I picked 486. My dad was 286, so I just put the 4 in front of 86 basically. And my mom was 586, so I just picked 486. And then obviously I raced it my first year of pros, and then you have to go to 2-digit number. And then my first choice as a 2-digit was actually 22, but Chad was still racing. He was my favorite rider, and that was like the number I wanted to run. This last year I raced here, I ran 22. But didn't get that, so I got 23, which I really liked Michael Jordan. So I just picked that, and it was my birthday as well, so it was good. But then as soon as I got the option to get a 1-digit or a single digit, I wanted to go to 4 because that was my first ever number, and hopefully it can end my career with that number as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to say like, hey, I'm running a number that has history as well, like Ricky Carmichael, these guys.
Yeah, it's cool, and that, like for me, it's just special to me because it was my first ever number, and it is like. Anyone that's number 4, I just think it's a sick number. So.
And then, so when you were a kid at Loretta's, I guess, was there one rider you looked up to, like a rider or pro sport rider? Maybe you remember like watching them at the ranch growing up?
I mean, I think every year in the A class, I always like that's the class you watch, obviously. I don't know. There were so many guys, honestly. Like it was crazy. I always loved watching it. Even like. I would say up until like I was in the A class or B class, and even in Illinois, like I always watched the pro sport classes and A classes just because that was like the people I looked up to. So yeah, it is cool. And now like watching the A class here, the game is definitely changing. The kids are riding really well, so it's cool to see.
And then so I know there's lots of kids that look up to you around the country. What would you say to them if they're here at Loretta's or just an amateur racer or a fan in general? What's your advice to younger riders growing up?
For me, I always had so much fun riding, and I think that's what kept me fresh. So I would say for younger kids, just have fun, not take it too seriously, because if it's meant to be, it'll be, and you can't force anything. And the more fun you have, the better you're going to get. So just enjoy riding your bike and spend time with your family.
And the last one, obviously, hopefully you have more years to go in your pro career. Is there any chance we see you here years from now as a vet rider?
No, I'm not going to come back and race.
No?
I don't want to, one, I don't want to come back here and get beat. And 2, whenever I'm done racing pro, like I'm done. Like I'm going to call it. I would come back here and watch any day of the week, but once that competitive edge is gone, that's when I'm done racing professional, and that's when I'm just going to be done racing in general. I'll still ride, but you probably won't see me here racing anytime, maybe ever again. So.
And obviously, again, hopefully it's years from now, but do you have any idea what you'd want to do post-career? Like, we know you're in pretty good shape, you like to work out. Is that some kind of route you like to go into another kind of discipline maybe? And
to be honest, I haven't really thought that far. I'm kind of focused on, I still hope to have 7-8 more years left in racing, so there's a lot to accomplish, and I still feel really young, which is crazy, so it's a good thing. And yeah, I'm just focused on one job right now, and that is racing.
I guess one more off that one. Obviously, you mentioned like hopefully 7-8 more years. The guys like Tomac, Anderson, these guys going longer in their careers. Do you kind of see that? Like, I guess, what do you see a difference in them like now versus Eli years ago? And I guess, what do you learn from them as they're kind of older and they have kids at the track with them and stuff like that? Just what's it like learning from them? Just being around them, seeing how they're kind of changing the sport, I guess, to that older career, longer career.
Yeah, I think they're just having more fun in general. I think that's something that you kind of have to take into part. I think they're having more fun. The training, you kind of have to, just mix it up and not get too routine. I feel like the people that burn out are the ones that keep doing the same thing every day and not mix it up and aren't having that much fun. Like, you got to keep. We ride dirt bikes for a living, obviously, as a job, but it was first to have fun. And if you keep that as the most important thing, that's something that can carry you, like Eli and those guys, to 33, 34 years old.